Hey, this is Ryan with One Board Family, and today I'm going to teach you how to play the game Splito from 25th Century Games. Now, this card game is all about sharing cards with the people to the right and to the left of you, and sharing objectives. As you complete these objectives, you want to be careful not to give your neighbors too many points, because you can share cards, but you can't share victory. Let's get to the table and check out how to play Splito. So let's check out what's in this box. First, you've got a rule book. On the back, you're going to see types of objectives, which help you to understand the different objectives in the game, along with scoring criteria and how scoring works in the center of the book. You've got a score pad for up to 8 players to play, cards that have not only numbers and colors, but also objectives on them, and a separate 2-player rule variant card, which you can go through on your own. I will not be teaching the 2-player rule variant in this how to play video. So let's get into how the cards work and what you're going to see on each card. In Splito, there are 2 different types of cards. The first is the numbered card, or the Splito cards. These have numbers and a background color. You'll see 6 different types of numbers along with 6 different background colors. This is the 1 teal card, and the numbers go up to the number 6. This right here is an objective card. The objective cards give you the criteria to meet the objective and then award you a certain number of diamonds down the side. These diamonds will go from 1 diamond to 4 diamonds on the most valuable cards. In order to start a new game, we're going to randomly draw a moon objective and a star objective, which you'll see at the bottom of these 2 objective cards. Now, these 2 objective cards will be in the center of the table, and these are the common objective cards that are available to all players at the table. These 2 objective cards will be awarded at the end of the game. Next, we're going to shuffle all the cards in the deck, and we're going to give each player a total of 13 cards to make up their hand during the course of the game. Now, for this example tutorial, I'm going to show you how to play a game with 3 distinct players. In this setup, we've got this player right here who has a shared scoring pile right here with the player to their right. And then we've got a shared scoring pile right here with the scoring pile to their left. Now, let's take a look at what a hand of cards will look like for any given player. Here in this hand of cards, we can see that a little more than half of their hand is made of numbered and colored cards, and then the other half of their hand is made up of objective cards. Now, during a turn, a player will secretly and simultaneously choose which card that they want to play from their hand. So in a case like this, I may want to play this number 2 black card, and I will play it to either my right hand side or my left hand side, playing it face down until every player is ready at the table. Once each player has chosen the card from their hand and chosen which scoring pile they choose to play their card in, everybody will simultaneously flip the cards that are on the table. In this situation right here, we have 1 player who's chosen to play an objective card, while 2 players have chosen to play Splito cards on their turn. The objective card will give us a criteria for these 2 players to meet in the middle on their scoring pile. This one says exactly 2 cards with a value of 5. So if there are more than 2 cards in this scoring stack at the end of the game, they will not receive the number of diamonds on this card. Whereas the stack right here, we see that a 6 and a 2 have already been played. These numbers cannot be removed, so these 2 players need to be aware of what objective cards they play on future turns. Next, players will gather their entire hand and pass it to the player on their left, giving the player to their left a new set of cards. Once a player receives the new hand of cards, they will look through their cards and decide which card to play either on their right or left side during the second round of the game. Play continues until the 13th card is played from every player's hand and the game comes to a close. Now, this is a sample scoring area that I've set up between two players. What we're going to look at is the Splito cards and the objective cards that are in between these two players. First, we see this scoring card that exactly 2 cards must have the value of 5. So we look at our Splito cards in between us, and we see that there are 2 5 Splito cards in this scoring area. So this card is true, and we would score 2 diamonds. This one right here says no cards with a value of 4. We look at all of our Splito cards and make sure that there are no 4s, and this card is also true. So we're currently scoring 3 diamonds. And finally, we look at our last objective card, a strict majority of orange. We look over here and see that we've got 1 orange 5 card, and that's all we have. If we look around the table, we see that between 2 other players, they have 4 orange cards. So this rule, this objective, is not true. So we'll flip this card face down. Now we look to the center of the table to see our 2 common objective cards that we pulled out in the beginning of the game and see which players these cards are awarded to. First, we have a strict majority of pink, and then we have a strict majority of 4s. So in the example below, we will not win either of these cards, and these cards will be awarded to 2 other players or to another stack of cards. The scoring area between these 2 players will be a total of 3. That is 3 diamonds. A player's individual score will be made up of the points that they earned on the right times the points on their left. So in a situation like this, where we've scored 3 points in one stack, and then we've scored a total of 7 points in another stack, this total score would be 21 points. 3 times 7. Let's take a look at some of the objective cards in the game. In this first one, we're going to see exactly 3 different colors. There are 6 colors in the game of Splito, so the players who have this objective card are shooting to have only 3 colors in their scoring pile. The words "a strict majority of" followed by either a color or number means that you must have the most in your scoring pile out of everyone at the table. If you tie with another set of players, you will not have a strict majority and you will not gain those points, and the card will be flipped over. This one says at least 1 card of each of these 3 colors. We see the yellow, pink, and teal. Players in this score pile must have at least 1 of each of these cards. This one says no card value of the number 4. Making sure not to have the number 4 in the scoring pile. And then this one says 15 or more cards in this zone. In this zone, players must have a minimum of 15 cards in order to score that 1 diamond. And that gives you everything you need to know to play the game Splito. Be sure to check out this game at 25thCenturyGames.com or purchase it at your local game store. If you're looking for more board game suggestions for the entire family, check out oneboardfamily.com. Until next time, we'll see you at the table.